All right, so let's do a quick probability and statistics review just so you're familiar with some of the terminology. So, uh, statistics can be defined as being the mathematical study of data, its gathering, organization, analysis, representation, and interpretation. If you were talking about every student in a class, that class could be the example could be an example of a population, whereas a census is the information that would be collected from the population. Any subset of the population would be a sample of that, and a survey consists of asking questions and recording responses. Another example of a population would be your entire school population, whereas a class within that school could be considered a sample. It's all depending on what the population is as to what would be considered a sample and vice versa. Some of the most basic terms when we're talking about statistics would be mean, median, and mode. Mean is also the average. To find the mean, you just take the sum of all the values in the data set and divide by how many values there are. The median is considered the middle number, and the mode would be the number that occurs most often. In a data set, there might be one mode, there might be no modes, or there might be multiple modes. A quick review here of probability. The probability of an event is equal to taking the favorable outcomes and dividing it by the total possible outcomes. This is just your general rule or formula for finding probability. And instead of saying probability of an event like you see here, we oftentimes, as mathematicians, will abbreviate it with a capital P parenthesis, capital E parenthesis, where E would be some event. So you might see like probability of odds or probability of tails. Or they might even simplify it further and say the probability in a problem define A as being some particular event. So let A be the probability of hitting a double. So further formulas would be for finding the probability of A or B, along with the probability of finding A and B occurring. Again, these are just some basic things that you might run across in readings or formulas online that I wanted to make sure that you were aware of.